They have the tools to do it with the Sejuani, and they're going to have a very strong mid-jungle duo as well, given that they've drafted themselves the Lucian. Very a lot of early trading setup.
The good news for SK is that they have managed to take this Mountain Drake. Drake has to be careful here, though. Steal a lot of resistances, but still not that tanky at this point in the game. He's going to get stunned up. The Casio now coming in. He's not going to be able to keep himself alive for long enough. The Ignite will take him down. Trick oversteps and gets taken down. Sakurai on the way forward. Genex getting burned through.
If Trundle tries to contest him, he's going to lose, especially without flash.
Genex taking a lot of damage here. Feven playing it patient, though, does not want to get caught out. Razork with the clean dash and the ultimate. That's going to be another kill. Getting aggressive here, but can't do much past clear the wave as the Dragon finally will fall in favor of Misfits.
Usually a Rift Herald takes about 2.5.
They know Flash is not available. The cleanse, even if it comes out, is not going to be enough. The sidestep from Feven so clean. Watch him burn as you walk away. That's going to be tower for Misfits. Trick going to do what he can to stop this one, but Rift Herald should be able to grab at least 2 plates here.
Yeah, and they can probably convert it into a third as well. I don't know if they'll try to dive Trick, but oh, the TP just going to be used to force them off as well. Trick actually going very aggressive here.
Very far forward, chasing down Feven, and that's going to be big damage coming in from Limit. The snipe on. And we just got to continue to praise Feven here because Genex has been forced back once again without TP because he has opted for the cleanse, and that means
the job of finding that opportunity. Now they're moving Feven around the map. They take the bot tower. They're looking for mid. They're looking for an engage.
Trick caught out once again. He's not even going to get a chance to use his ultimate. Does buy a bit more time with the stopwatch. The cooling now coming out. Trick still burning down the Ignite.
Be able to melt through this, and Misfits likely won't be able to contest, given that Razork and Feven's ultimate are unavailable. So, kind of the best of a bad situation for SK here. Assuming that they can walk away with this.
Dan on the way down, taking a lot of damage from Sakurai here, though, just getting really individually beat up in the 1v1. Denik, though, potentially overstaying. Good damage coming in from the Bard's ultimate. Trick now using his ultimate to fire back, and B-Boy just taking that kill. As the Hit Herald is going to be used on the bottom side, and will balance the gold out once again. So as much as I feel like Misfits are very much winning the game, the gold is still relatively close, all things
prioritizing the Zhonya's Hourglass. But you're starting to see how much more control Dan has in this side lane. Misfits and SK are just trading back and forth. SK wanted to try and fight. A lot of ultimates are not available for Misfits.
Tom Kench on the way in. Definitely have to be safe here. They're not losing any life. Senna's keeping everybody healthy. Razork is right in the pit. Can they secure this one? Trick! He's going to get it. Razork is now stuck in the pit. He's been knocked back by the pillar. Feven running face first in with the Colin, but they've taken so much damage they're getting poked down. This is the dream scenario for SK. Trick is going to have to give his life, but no, the flash used to take him out to safety, and Misfits, oh, walking away empty-handed. They must feel so foolish.
Quick thinking there from SK, recognizing that their Baron taking speed is exceptionally quick. Ezreal combined with the Casio, they just melt through that objective, and they're able to walk away with it. They even got a kill onto Razork, and now they're pushing in top lane. They have 4 people. The recalls are going to be slower. SK should be able to convert this into 2 towers.
Now that they're ahead, this is an ideal team comp for Siege, and you've got Gangplank barrels that create so much space. Ezreal, the Senna as well, and Trick with the pillar to either set up a kill or to disengage. Chip away at this tower.
And notice how SK are just grouping up as 5. You might be wondering, objective. And SK, look at how quickly they've been able to flip this game.
Take the risk there when Ocean Drake is spawning shortly.
We're waiting for Dan's flash to be up as well. Where's the Gangplank ultimate? Already used.
Both forms of CC now used by the Misfits lineup, but has not killed Trick yet. That means SK are now going to be dominantly control the fight. But here comes Dan.
Watch Dan, watch him.
Here. Surprise, surprise! Oh, and Casio burns the ultimate and gets nothing. Limit drops. Misfits backing away, though, staying steady, trying to stay in control of the fight. Still have to respect SK's lineup, but a good flank from Dan means they're in advantage state.
B-Boy going for the reset, has the TP. Keep an eye on these wards. His ultimate is down, so he's probably not looking for a flank ward, but he definitely wants to get back with the rest of his team.
Tipping away, the TP now coming in. Trick flashing into the pit, wants to deny soul point, and he gets another smite. Beautiful play from Trick. They take down the Sejuani as well. Are they going to try to win this fight? They can't, but they deny the point from Misfits. And they will give up 2 in the process.
TP rather is coming in. Razor coming in from the right-hand side.
They can shred with this Baron if they take the time, but for now they're just looking to set up the fight. Tom Kench Devour now used. Dan's going to be in trouble. The crown shot running forward fearlessly. Dan wants to move his way into the back line. That's going to be a lot of healing. Pulling now coming out. That's a big combo, and Razork's looking for the follow-up. Feven flashing into the front line. Sakurai does nothing. Just walks face first into his own death. And
talking about it all game. Dan is the centerpiece. If he gets on top of the backline, that is how Misfits win these team fights. And the backline gave him an easy avenue of attack. They closed the gap for him, and Dan was just like 3 items done, likely working towards an Infinity Edge or maybe a Bloodthirster next. Whatever he wants, regardless of what it is, he's going to be strong.
Have to see if Tom Kench ultimate's going to be utilized here to move them across lanes, but B-Boy just walking in and auto-attacking this turret. SK not willing to commit enough resources to defend that mid lane turret because they're being attacked on 3 fronts. And for Genax, the cleanse now forced out. Don't really think he can stay there. If he misses his ultimate, he will die to Febvin. SK being pulled all around the map, and they might lose all 3 inhibitors on the back of this Baron, at least all 3 towers, because Misfits are just walking into this base. SK do not feel confident to contest.
Yeah, divide and conquer. SK's best bet is to just hard commit onto one of the 3 sides, but right now they're just being split apart. Genax took a bad trade in the bot side of the map, and now they're 2 inhibitors down. Misfits slowly working on the 3rd, slowly looking to end their game, move themselves back up, and joining the rest of the LEC top teams with 8 wins.
Trick stepping in. Looks like this is where they've decided to commit, but they just set up Dan to come in on the flank. The entire team now has to back up. Miasma goes down, but it will not stop the pool from coming through. Genax finally lands the ultimate. Dan's going to get taken out. Genax now running for his life, but Febvin moving into Sakurai. Sakurai not really going to be able to get anything done here. Genax just left for dead, and Misfits are just going to take this as an opportunity, an invitation to walk in the base and end the game.
We were so focused on the fact that Dan was being killed that we didn't realize Dan killed 2 other people. 3 members of SK are dead. Misfits looking to end the game.
Razor going in. Sakurai will manage to survive, but that's going to be it. He may have kept his life. Misfits should be able to walk in and end this one. Creep wave is there, and now Razor can step forward. The rest of the team is here. Double 80 carries more than enough to finish this one out. They're taking a bit of sweet time with Misfits moving up to 8-4.
I think he's really going to struggle to play out this game later on, but aside from the Renekton, I like the Tristana. I think it's a good matchup into Humanoid. But it's XL that's actually going for an early invade. Let's see how...
Hook connects on the Shadow. I mean, that's got to be it. Even if he flashes over, he's not even going to waste it. First blood.
Wow.
Going to grab the Mountain Drake as well. And Mad are going to have to figure out how to do something pretty quick here because they are steadily falling behind.
He's going to have to try and play around.
And of course, Taric with the reactionary advantage. 2.5 channel time for Taric ult, 3 seconds for Karthus. Is the Lantern's going to be used for the T-Bait, the flat forward for the play. Patrick now following up the Sever and the onslaught coming in. Mickey on the backside looking for the follow. Big damage coming in from the Infernal ult. And Mickey going to try to finish him off. But Kaiser, is he going to lap straight to the bank? I don't think so. Kadril going to grab that one.
We saw the nerf there. Patrick's ultimate, of course, the range decrease from 1600 to 1300. Wasn't able to follow that one up. But that will be the top tower going in favor of Mad, securing that first of the game. XL going to extend their Drake lead to 2. And this is where we start talking about scaling. We start talking about what's the late game or the mid to late game transition going to look like. Right now, Mad is heavily behind on itemization. You can see Blade of the Ruin King completed for Mickey, really finished for Patrick. Meanwhile, Mad's still completing a lot of their core itemization, and because of that, they can't utilize what should have been a very powerful mid-game spike for them. Instead, they're forced to play more defensive
movement from the Mad Lions side.
But also, Cloud ult.
Oh, never mind. Expect is now going to be the one in trouble as Mad have found the play, but Expect with a double dash out to safety. It's going to be a sleepy Renekton, but he's not going to be able to heal up too much. Flashing out to safety. Expect the Madman burning every single player's time. Karthus only coming in! Kadril while he's farming a camp. That's the Karthus special.
He's going back in!
Goes back in! This is it.
And he's out!
Absolutely outplayed. In the end, Expect goes down, but Excel just...
This is just going to be horrendous for Mad. They're going to lose top tower. They're going to lose the mid one as well. Karthus gets himself another kill, and Expect was able to kill Kazi. Just everything is falling apart right now for Mad Lions.
And that's the casual Karthus kill right there. Okay, hold on, Raptors. You just hit me for a second. I got
so Karthus sitting at level 9 right now. Level 11 is really where Karthus starts to get very scary. You'll notice he's sitting on a needlessly large report.
But now taking down Mad Lions is going to be really big if they can finish the game out. Shadow now caught out. Taric ultimate, where's it going to go? But Olaf just walking face first into Tori. Tori maybe overstaying, but they kill him before the Taric ult can come down. Clean
to quickly find that kill onto the jungle, and that makes securing this Cloud Drake even easier. Now, of course, XL have just spent all their money, and then rotate down to bot, or they can do exactly the same thing the other way around, or they can look for more kills.
The vision is there. Rome's going to try to dunk the Thresh down, pulls it back with a face breaker, will get the kill in the end, but a 1-for-1 will still favor Excel as they've got pressure.
But to be honest, they probably don't even need it. They can actually look at opening up the base in the bot lane.
Humanoid's up top lane, so Excel can really do anything that they want. So in the end, Kaiser seeing an opportunity to go on Mickey. Cleanse comes out. Just going to get the rocket jump out to safety.
Look at the set flank, though.
The dunk back could be huge here. Who is he going to take? Trying to find Karthus. Not going to get anybody. Facebreaker now coming in. Rome does not have the ultimate available, but here comes a big haymaker, and that will be the shutdown through. Maybe mitigate some of the power that Mad's composition can have, but for now it's kind of all eyes on Mad to see exactly where things are going to happen, and for now it's Expect looking to get picked up, but he's still in the middle of the team. He's not gone down quite yet, and he has the GA as well. Kadril backing up, trying to buy space. It's Mickey off to the side. It's a split fight. 4 members of Excel backing off, staying strong. Sleepy Tristana Follow-up, big damage onto Mickey, but the Lantern's going to take him out to safety. Mad won't get much of anything, but a good flank from Arome means a slightly positive trade.
Karthus ultimate is up, but no one is low enough on the side of Mad for him to try and force that one out. But this is the best case scenario for Mad. They're able to stall things out, will deny the Cloud Soul from XL. Oh, I don't think they should try and contest this. They've got to back off. They don't have the numbers.
Torre?
Full vision control. All right, so it's so fast, in fact, that Mad don't even have time to respond. So I've got to eat my own words here.
And he does. Just like that, Kaiser down from the side.
Yeah.
But Mickey sieging on the top side, just shredding through this tower. Another wave will be there momentarily to allow him to continue. But Humanoid trying to fish in, looking for these bubbles. Will connect onto Torre. No one there to body block for him, but Kaiser getting thrown face first in the face of danger. They won't find the fall, but now XL can look to turn the fights, but the suplex is there. The dunk is there. Arome is there into the back line. Big haymaker. That's going to be a sleepy Aphelios. Shot out right on top. The double kill for the Olaf. The early game getting turned around in an instant as the entire XL lineup is getting shredded through. But no, Mickey's still alive. The flash haymaker. Ooh, the pull in on the face breaker and a finish with style as the shutdown comes through. Humanoid looking to finish off one more. The stolen flash is there. The stun comes over the wall. Expect trying to walk away from this one. No mana for Humanoid. The stolen ignite. The flash over the wall. Weak being in, and the ace for Mad Lions. Aphelios, but bit of a scrappy exchange. Oh, and these bubbles have been so clean from Humanoid. Humanoid, though, will still get hooked. Torre not going to follow up. Ulti now coming in. Decent damage with the team splits. Oh. And now the Taric ult coming in. What?
Yeah, the Taric ultimate, it was mistimed. Kazi ends up dying just because Humanoid was able to use his stopwatch. And now XL are on the hunt.
Oh, Expect running in. Dash through, going to find the stun immediately onto Kaiser. Wants to pick off the weakest member first. Mickey going in. He's going to have the reset. Leaps onto Humanoid. That's easy. And instantly XL are right back in the driver's seat. Clean play overall. And the Karthus ulti really kicking this whole thing off as XL barrel down the bottom lane.
3 members are dead now for Mad, and there are very few left to help defend the base. XL are going to break in on the bot lane. Will they look to end the game now? I think that's the best option.
They have Aphelios. They have Tristana. It's just Shadow. And the mostly full AD Olaf can't really do much without the Taric there to give him the invulnerability. Arome maybe with the Facebreaker can pull a few members in, but has to be careful. The suplex back down, going in with the haymaker, but just instantly dies. Unstoppable now from the Olaf. Kadril will still manage to live, however, and Karzi just has to run for the hills as Mickey looking to finish this one off. Kaiser steps forward, snare going through, but Karzi is still in trouble. Knock up there, Mickey next on the list, but the hook connects, and that's beautiful from Torre. A fantastic way to finish the game. Shutdown coming through on the end. A little bit of a consolation prize to Kaiser, but that's the win for XL.
And a much-needed win for XL. Ultis, and then you're fine. But also, a Zia wall is really obnoxious to deal with as a Diana, because every time you jump in, it's an actual setup.
And we've seen it so many games across League of Legends history. A late game kick can be a deciding factor. NX, though, caught out, exhausted, and looks like he will fall. Now the rest of the team looking for the re-engage here as Dreams comes through. The spit-out's there. NX flashing forward, but that's not going to work out for him. It's going to be a few more seconds so Reckless can find the snare again, but it's not too far off. He's going to finish him off with the Infernum, a shot to the face, flamethrower, more. Boots finished. You can see NX notably lagging behind in terms of experience, gold, items.
Nemesis just got 570
into the tower here, taking a bit of damage, but they are going to be able to finish this one off, and now the leap in, but Abbedagge goes through. He's going to push them back. He's going to flash out of safety. The snare is there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Reckless now locking him down. Abbedagge is going to drop, but Odoamne is on the way in. TP coming in from set. Odoamne has to be careful. He gets suplexed back by Bwipo here. It's going to be disastrous. Pulled back. Odoamne pulls up Bwipo right into the death realm, but I don't think he's strong enough. The haymaker coming through. The 1-2 punch. It's the 1v1 in the death realm, and Odoamne is going to have to run for his life. Bwipo, though, chasing a bit too far. The knockup's coming down. Dunked down by the Obliterate, but Bwipo's still walking away. No time for a second haymaker. And in the end, a very messy exchange overall. 2 for 1, actually.
I don't think it's over yet, Dragos.
Dreams, though, the knockup comes through. Odoamne with the pullback. He's healing up a decent amount. Nemesis, though, trying to take him down. The Rek'Sai coming through. Lorax trying to get something done. The tunnel out to safety. Snare has to wait for a brief moment, chasing the tongue. Hilla saying, you can't do this to him, walking him down. Reckless gonna grab that one. Triple kill for the People's Champ. Really the bad news is that the Rek'Sai was doing most of the damage there, and sadly for Abbedagge, ooh, the pushback under the tower. Just cooldown traded.
Here comes Reckless.
Yeah, big ol', goodbye.
Now 8-3 in terms of kills, and I don't think the action's over yet.
Bwipo gonna be in trouble here. The knockup's coming through. So much damage fired down onto Bwipo. The haymaker is there. Rek'Sai going under and coming right back up. And Nemesis is on the way in now too. And Bwipo is still alive. Odoamne now in the 2v1. Has to back away, pulling Nemesis back. Big chunk there on the Obliterate, but that was another desperate attempt. And Schalke, the fact that that turned against them means that it's free reign in the mid lane for the side of Fnatic.
Good teleport comes through from Nemesis, and with the Rift Herald, they have their eyes set on the mid tower. Pre-20 minutes, taking an inhibitor can be dangerous, but the rate at which Fnatic is accelerating the game, it seems that they weren't able to find any early game advantages. They couldn't find any successful ganks. Fnatic just outclassing them. I like that itemization. Makes sense.
Pulling back, though. Nemesis still fishing for a bit of a 1v1 here. The pullback pulls him under the tower. Odoamne will back away, but sadly for Odoamne, he does not get the luxury of any more 1v1s, as all 4 members of Fnatic are here pressing in. Schalke going to trade back.
They have another wave
in the mid
coming,
lane.
Dracos.
I think they get a second inhibitor.
I think they might, yeah. Look, no, none of them are basing right now.
The pushback.
Oh, no. Oh, you hate to say. Have Schalke just given up?
This is... Whew. All right.
That's 2 inhibs gone.
I mean, loses.
I mean, he's cast to this now, you
That's
know?
true. He's accountable. Here comes the Dreams, engaged, trying to find it. The knockup is there. LEC has Reckless in the belly. Abbedagge gonna push Reckless back. Reckless now deleted. Schalke can turn the fight. Bwipo stepping forward, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And now Selfmade trying to get something done, but he gets shredded. Are you kidding me? Right as we praise. Next has ulti. There's no smite here. There's a big chunk of damage though with the Diana ult if they can time it well, but it's pretty telegraphed. Nemesis goes to the back line. Trying to buy a bit more time. Nemesis is going to get taken out. TP on the way, and they're in the midst of the fight. It's everybody versus Baron. Bwipo now there. The raid boss they need to take down. Who's going to get the Baron in the end? The smite comes in for Lorox. Fnatic. Multiple members in the pit. And X can pull the feathers back. The flash through. Knocks Bwipo down. Where's the haymaker going to go? Bwipo doesn't have it. Rek'Sai comes out from under the ground and crushes Dreams in an instant. And that's what you want to see. But Selfmade here to try to save the day. But it's not enough. Inax is still alive. He's shielded up. He's trying to buy a bit more time, but he goes down. Selfmade is going to be the difference maker. The double kill for the Lee Sin.
The Ocean Stole. This is still a very big deal. I believe right now this is the strongest.
Caught out. They need to buy as much time as possible and protect that man. He's got all the gold. He's got all the items. 3.5. They did talk about the difference here in team compositions and how Schalke may be favored to be engaged. The knockup there goes in on the Selfmade. They're trying to get one kicked off, but it's already the Diana in the backline. Nemesis going to buy a bit more time. Death Realm has now come out, but Reckless refiring from the backside.
Odoamne's not winning this.
That is not the 1v1 that he wanted. Diana getting pulled back. The dunk down from Bwipo right as the Death Realm falls away, and everything is falling apart from Schalke. Abbedagge with the disengage. Reckless with the flash forward. Selfmade kick over the wall, trying to find the follow-up, but Bwipo now just chasing in, looking for the facebreaker. Pull back onto Dreams, but Dreams going to make it out to safety. Now they're trying to retreat. Fnatic definitely the driver's seat. 2 for 0 so far, rather 1 for 0. Looks like Lorox did manage to make it out.
That was definitely not the engage that Schalke was looking for. They dived on top of Selfmade and they wouldn't even kill him. Clearly Nemesis was their target, but he had a very quick Zhonya's to keep himself alive. Reckless stayed alive. Now Fnatic is going to secure 2 inhibs. Question is, can they end the game? I think it would be too dangerous to...
6K. Dreams wants to try to make it in the pit. Lorox is here as well, trying to bury him in, but already the Baron's been taken down, and Nemesis, that's his lower Selfmade over the wall. They cannot afford to miss this smite. Lorox, it's now or never. If you show up here, your teammate win it, and they are going to be able to grab it. It's pulled into the Death Realm by Odoamne. The opportunity is now denied, but Selfmade going to kick the Mordekaiser out. Trying to use him to pull back into the fight. That's the shutdown there, but Reckless now can look to turn the point
into the base
through Odoamne, but here comes Nemesis. 1 backdoor a week. It's the LEC. We're going to need at least 2. The dunk down to deny anything else, and it's Nemesis in the base. Every single minion powering him up. Abbedagge going to lose the 1v1 to Bwipo. Bot lane standing, trying desperately to hold on. Rek'Sai coming back as well, but Nemesis just walking the creeps in, and Fnatic just going to go for the closeout right here.
They have the numbers advantage with the Baron buff. They should be able to continue this siege. Only Inax left for wave clear. Bwipo has his eyes set on trying to stop Schalke from defending. Here goes Nemesis.
Nemesis pulled back. That's the ulti coming in. Buys a bit more time with the Zhonya's, but they're just shredding through. They can just ignore the champions and hit the Nexus now if they want, but they want a little bit more. They want a bit of a fight.
Lorox gets the kill.
Knocked away. Lorox will get taken down, though, by Reckless, and they're just going to auto it down. Bwipo walks face first into base. They don't want to wreck this one. Reckless just going to grab one more kill. Dreams just next on the list. Oh, the push-ups, the BM, the sit-ups for Bwipo, and the closeout for Fnatic.
Schalke definitely made
Typically has a lot of gank threat on her, and then
just the damage mix is gonna be really like weird.
Okay, hold on.
You need an AP.
the Renekton on 4, honestly, just like it left a really bad taste in my mouth.
Get out of this lane for a while, and if he does, it means he won't be able to get a tier or a sheen on that first purchase.
Inspired looking for the Q here. It's going to land onto Alfari, who still has the stun. Xerxes just around the corner, but he's gone the long way round. Alfari flashes away. There's the Fanny Pop, and Inspired takes it, flashes away, but in the end goes down. Good counter tempo, get some early kills here in this game.
No, the
teleport
goes in the
used
mid.
by Larssen in mid lane. They know it's at least a 3v2 at most. Here comes the counter teleport. Destiny cleanse away from Hans Summer as the stun lands. The exhaust is already on upset. Xerxes jumps in. Hans Summer able to escape, but Nukeduck is here in time. Hans Summer will fall. Nukeduck gets away from the tower aggro, and now it's just Vander trying to fight for his life. But the Zoomies, Nukeduck's gonna die. Nukeduck's gonna die to the cat. Take a slap. Realize that Xerxes on the top side of the map and go for the Mountain Dragon. First Drake of the game will be secured by Rogue at the 7.5-minute mark, and now
We'll get the home guard bonus coming through that lane as well.
Xerxes here. Destiny going in with a Hex Flash, but here comes Inspired. Oh, just kicks Destiny away, but Xerxes Doesn't have the barrel, knocks them back. Inspire has to flash away. Destiny jumps forward onto Hansama and Vander dismounts. He realizes his AD carry is done for. Looks for the mid lane flank, but Larssen is going to be very slippy on this LeBlanc. Waiting for him to use something like the distortion or even his mimic.
Here comes the Hex Flash.
Here comes the Hex Flash to jump in. Oh, great dodge there. But here comes the damage. Can't dodge that. Destiny takes the kill. Okay, usually we're looking at this sort of scoreline at the 20-minute mark.
Oh no, they are so dead.
They're going for the tower here. Upset uses the heal, gets the turret down, and there's the root on Hansama. Uses the cleanse to get away with the final chapter in the flash. He will escape for the moment. Xerxes does land the barrel, but they decide not to go any further because Larssen's on his way, as is Inspired. The jumping forward, the Prowling projectile is going to land on Xerxes, but will they go any further? Larssen jumps in, double chains, but Destiny turns it straight back around. The damage on Larssen takes him down to about half HP. Origin able just to continue their slow march back towards their turret. Destiny takes a little bit more damage.
Because if you look at it, OG are constantly grouping up around the waves crashing against the tower. Rogues are not
completed items here, and Luden's Echo finished on Larssen, Sunfire Cape now on Finn. I expect
pushing it out. Now he comes into mid lane, and that full shift of pressure allows OG to again have 4 members to
get out of fights and keep people like a Gragas and people like a Renekton at arm's bay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't...
League of Legends, anyone?
No.
Inspired goes in with a kick. Well played, Xerxes shut down. Perfect timing. The 6 shots is gonna hit hard and hurt. Rift Hold was used here. It's just the gold Herald, as you said. Just trying to take down...
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Okay, a little bit late on the response. Rift Hold is stopped for the moment at the minions. Inspired's going to get hit with the Zenith Blade, jumps away. Here comes the call of the Forge God. Destiny pops his stopwatch. The Rift Hold's going to charge in on that inhibitor tower, and he manages to flash out because Finn mistimed the knock-up. And now with the Rift Hold pushing in, Origin are going to open up the inhibitor turret. That was more mistake than anything else you have to feel from both teams, but Origin will rub their hands very happy.
They have the top lane inhibitor down as well. What could have been a tough situation for them has now been a massive win.
Ping comes out, and then immediately Origin just started up.
Boom. Aphelios with the white gun too, so like he's going to be able to burst that down super quickly. And honestly, if Origin hadn't been able to convert that into a Baron pretty quickly, I don't know if that play favors them. It was a very early inhibitor on the top side of the map, so Rogue could have used that lane to farm pretty safely, and then also not be
very blistering pace for them. Had a kill in the last 14 minutes, Ender, but Origin have just continued to get the goal, apart from the fact that they are sieging the base. And now that is the 7th tower of the game for OG. And Rogue have to get back.
This HP bar is so low that OG have just walked straight through that bottom side jungle side. We don't care about top side vision. We're just going to take that inside of this river, especially with OG coming around on the flank.
Here we go. Dragging down to 4,000. Origin stepping forward. Solar Player hits on Inspired, and there's the Zenith Blade follow-up. You can see the damage already as Upset goes on a killing spree. Call of the Forge God is coming down as Upset gets locked up with it, but Larsen's already down to half. The chains connect, and he gets one. Finn still chasing onto the backline, trying to get onto Upset, but he can't quite do it. True Shot Barrage isn't quite enough as Upset eats the honey fruit. Alfari now has the flank onto Finn, onto Hansama, onto Larssen, but Hansama is able to get away with the help of Vander. Now it's still a 4v4. Finn still has the flank. Upset still low, but you can see Larsen's been chunked out as well. Vander jumps back onto him and heals him up.
Yeah, they're just playing off of skill shots right now. You can see, even with Inspired going down immediately, Hansama can do so much work, but their jungler is down. Xerxes is alive and has a smite, so Rogue are trying to keep him enticed, but there's a TP coming in on the bot side. It will not be a flank attempt here.
Both of them.
From Alfari or Nukeduck. Instead, they will just group up and try to take down this objective.
Inspired's back up, but he's decided to try and help out with the bot wave. Finn on his way. No Call of the Forge God for him. There's no smite here. That's the soul for Origin. They get the Inferno, but Finn finds the engage. It's only onto Xerxes. Upset still alive on the back of the fight.
Tower goes straight back to the Baron. Finn is still very low here. I think that may be their highest percentage play. Instead, they are going to commit towards this objective. Could be looking at a fight very soon.
Inhibitor goes down. Origin go down towards the bottom side as well. They just have the fast track.
Just gonna take everything. Every single inhibitor is exposed.
Rogue aren't pulling the trigger. They're not using the Call of the Forge God, but in the end they do. Knock up bodyguard in front of him as Alfari jumps on towards Finn. Finn able to dodge away for the moment, but you can see him already get chunked out to about half HP. Larssen, Hansama, Inspired, they've got a good flank position.
Well, here's the problem. If Rogue push through... Oh, he jumps straight into it!
Oh, but immediately gets the cleanse away, but Inspired has been caught. The jungler is down. Larssen trying to put the damage down as Hansama gets chunked out by Nukeduck. Able to jump away with the arcane shift. Alfari now on Larssen, but he can't quite get there. You can see Hansama takes a bit of damage as well. Moonlight Vigil's going to connect. That's the Infernum coming down. It won't be enough. Xerxes down to half. But Origin, they've got the fast track. They've got the mid lane. They can just push in. Upset stepping forward.
Upset going for the kills here. It turns around with Hansama. Hansama has to stay alive, has to get back to the base somehow, because right now Afari is in the base pushing for the end. Finn is going to start channeling his recall. Larson too. Hansama is posted up here, trying to stop OG.
Jumped on with the Zenith Blade. Xerxes takes him out. And Vander's not going to be able to do too much here. Nuke Duck chases it in the corner of the Forge. God's been used in the bases. Alfari is chased away, but the rest of Origin are on their way. They can sense it. They can taste blood in the water as they look for the win.
Origin just keeps going for these back doors here with Alfari. Alfari gonna get chunked down very, very low, but ults to stay alive through the GA. Now all 5 members of OG are here in the base. It's a 3v5 with just 1 tower to defend.
Origin with a win would top the table alongside Fnatic and perhaps G2, and it looks like Rogue aren't going to be able to hold on to their base for much longer. The second Nexus tower falls as Inspired jumps in, but already Larson's dead. Inspired's down as well, and Finn can only walk wounded back to the fountain. It will heal him up, but it won't heal their hopes of winning this game. Origin top the table at the end of week 6.
Vladimir has a lot of early pressure, and kinda when he gets mana, he can constantly abuse the Vladimir. So I would assume they want to match the Rise.
Ornn is not the most fun matchup in the world to talk about.
I feel like it'll be more explosiveness around the mid jungle. Here we see Rek'Sai going in for the gank.
Yeah, Rek'Sai gonna be able to tunnel over. Has the flash up, jumps in, gets 2. That's gonna be a double stun there. Oh no, Comp's in so much trouble.
Able to get away for just a moment, but in the end he will not fall. Escapes just in
They
time.
need to do now, they need to unlock their mid laner so he can move and help them. But they're just gonna take the fight free because they feel confident.
Oh yeah, Jackdaw is so low. It's really hard to make this work.
Jumps onto Mickey, the Ignite goes down. Jackdaw's able to dodge back, and with Jankos here, the Dazzle connects on 2. Trade continuing in as Jankos gets the knocker and sinks in the bangs. Jackdaw oversteps, comes next on the menu as Skeens flashes away.
It's just an absolute disaster for the Mentality bot lane here. He actually has Ravenous Hunter secondary, so he doesn't have the Cosmic Insight, but he still has a lot of CDR from his runes. So he's gonna...
And how does this dive go horribly wrong?
Here we go, they're going in. Tower kill comes down, they can't kill Caps before the Shadow comes out. Counter teleport from Vitality. Jackdaw almost low with the Dawning Shadow at Cabashard.
Oh no.
Can't land it, Wonder's here now. The dive goes terribly wrong.
I give my salute for Vitality for going for it. It was a valiant effort, but in the end...
Perk still wants to go in.
They're just chasing. Wonder!
I see one, do I see 2? Do I see 2?
You do see 2? You do?
Is it 3?
Goes down, it could be
3.
3. No, Perk's going for it. Can't quite get it.
Very hungry.
And is there anything you want to say to your fans at home before you leave?
I'm really sorry for our performance today. We obviously disappointed a lot of people, and we'll come back next week stronger, I promise.
Of course you will.
Then he has the Zonias to dodge away from Cabo's EULEC. They threw literally everything at him, and it just wasn't going to work.
Perk's caught out a little bit as he tries to jump back, but Vitality are here, ready for their first kill of the game. Cap's going to try to trade back because Wonder's on his way down from the top side. The Dazzle lands onto Seiken. He's caught out with the last embrace, and now he will be next on the menu. In fact, it's Conf first, Seiken second. Skeens jumps in, and they will get a kill on Mickey, but you have to feel Skeens is next up.
In this one, while the rest of his team is just farming every objective on the map to can fight you without necessarily needing your ultimates. A Rek'Sai falls into that, and Akali falls into that as well.
Perk's knocked back, the chase is on as the Realm Warp comes out, but Skeens dead before he can even get in it. Down towards that.
Yeah, Yankees has just been all over Skeens this game, really dominating. I'm saying they don't always do it, but Yankees, of course, making it so that ridiculous. And that was sort of one of the really insane parts about the G2 comp is that, like, Rise.
One person is here, Cabashard, the one standing member of Vitality in the bottom lane as the Rift Tower charges in for the inhibitor. We'll take it, Cap's on the chase here. Look at the damage. Just so much from Caps already. He's got a Dustblade, he's got some extra lethality, and it looks like G2 actually walking in.
They're going to get one more charge too. That is just brutal.
Caps is melting through Cabashard, never mind through the rest of Vitality. Caps almost...
That also means they give over the Baron to G2.
Yeah, they're also giving up all mid-prio to Wonder, who's just pushing it in. G2 don't even really need to fight this if they don't want to, but when have G2 ever backed down from a Barney? Whenever G2 ever stopped in their tracks to think about their decisions? Jackdaw's knocked up immediately. Skeens gets chased out by Perks, and here comes the TP from Wonder. Realm Warp will get 3 members of Vitality out, but the other 2 die. And the Mountain Dragon goes to G2.
Yeah, G2 could just run to Baron right now if they wanted to. Looks like instead they're beelining for that middle lane.
I don't feel like they have the fastest Baron in the world.
They don't, you're right. They have a lethality, Senna, support-ish, fasting build, so I hear you there, Medic. Not going to be the fastest step, but they are pretty quick at taking it down.
And yeah, pretty quick at taking kills. Perk's going to dive underneath the inhibitor tower as Jankos goes in with the Void Rush. That was a pretty fancy feat there from Perks. Jankos almost falls. Cab's going low as well, and Cabs will be shut down. KazaLoLLCShighlights on the chase as he looks to see if he can dodge between Perks and Mickey. He managed that pretty successfully. Perks jumping.
Oh my! That is disgusting.
Oh, that's 200 years worth of damage right there. Perks gets a double at the end. 5-1 and 2 on the Akali now, and he's not done. Jumps all the way back with the Shuriken flip. And this will be the second inhibitor tower going down at 20
This
minutes.
may be the game. Look, they have double big super minions coming through the bottom lane as well. Jack Troll is respawning, so it would be a 4v4 inside of the base if they had wanted to go for it.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
All right, Vitality, they're trying to do it again. Go for the flank, go for the fight.
Here we go. Perks isn't here. Perks doesn't have teleport. Here we go.
Oh, baby!
Jackal jumps in straight away, but the Cosmic Radiance comes down. However, Wonder's already fallen now. Mickey's caught out of place, rooted up with the Rune Prison. Call of the Forge God doesn't connect. Caps with the huge
Here's
amount
Perks,
of
though.
damage, but here comes Perks. Comp, you're the target, you're the idea, and Caps will take him out. Now, Perks could die. Got the perfect execution, decides against chasing any further. Kabatok getting chased out by Jankos. Caps already at 100 stacks. It's just going to rain hell on them from range. Seiken dodges out from the last embrace with a flash. And now this should be it. The single Nexus Tower is down below half health. And G2 in 23 minutes are looking to end Vitality's day and end the week of the LEC.
But first, they're going to wait for the minions. Wonder no TV to get into the base, but they're finally going to jump on forward here.
The Dazzle lands, KazaLoLLCShighlights tries to go in, gets a 4-man knockup, but Vitality just don't have the damage to answer. Jankos goes on a rampage. Perks trying to do what he can against Seiken as Seiken puts down the spell fluxes, and that is Jankos dead as well. And here comes the Realm Warp. Vitality are chasing in. The Dazzle hits 2, but Mickey can't find all 4, so he goes down. And now Caps should get to see that Morello Nomicon finished on Seiken. Damage coming back. There's the Seraphs. Wonder's chasing Seiken down, but Caps is going to fall. Wonder survives and now could quite easily win this 2v1. Skeens just like, please get the hell away from me.
Oh, no.
Here comes Perks. Skeens, you don't have a kick to get Perks away. And Perks will happily accept his 6th kill of the game.
He wants Comp too. Comp's like, wait, Cabo, can you help me? Can you help me? Perks still has that second charge, the ulti.
Oh.
That was
quite
instant
land.
death. If that landed.
I mean, it could still be instant death. Jackal goes in. There's the charm. Perks overextended, looking for the kill. Call of the Forge God's going to come down. Wonder uses the Sanguine Pool to get away from it.
In the downtime, I have to say, let's go on a bit of a side tangent because I don't think they're going to go for the end right.
That is Mounted Soul.
So right here.
Yeah, Wonder goes in. There's the Sanguine Pool already hitting 4. The Dawning Shadow coming out and really hasn't done too much damage yet. But here comes the chase. Call of the Forge God has been called, but Seiken able to get away. The kick back will get Jankos down as well, but Perks is just going to open up. Caps doing the damage from long range here as well. And the inhibitors have respawned.
And they can't end the game.
Can't focus the Nexus. But in the end, they will.
Here we go.
Goes Jack Troll. The bullet time comes out and Caps is already dead. Wonder now on the back line. The Dazzle's going to come out and Jack Troll should fall. Comp will go down as well. Mickey fighting against Skeens, but it's only Skeens and KazaLoLLCShighlights left alive. Cabo chased out by the rest of G2. Perks flash forward, couldn't quite get Skeens, but now with the inhibitors down, G2 will start attacking that Nexus. And Vitality can do nothing about it. KazaLoLLCShighlights has accepted his fate, dazzled up, the TP cancelled. And G2 want a little bit of icing on this cake they have made. Trying to get that final kill. Can't quite get.
Wait, they can respawn. Jeez, they can actually kill them all.
Perk's going to order it. There we go. G2 got the win.
Your take on the rest of the table, and specifically this concept of the top 4, Cabo, because we've seen Fnatic, G2 Esports clearly up there, Origin, Misfits, Mad Lions, Rogues. This is kind of where it all gets a little bit messy for me. What's your take on the teams at the top of the table?
I would say the top 3 is like, it's more top 3 than the top 4. I think the Misfits, Mad, Rogue is one step below, I would say. Eventually one of them will end up in the top 4, but they are not on the same level.